Well, hello. My name is Olivia Michelle. This will probably be my last time at this particular facility. Right, maybe. But I have my own now. Just wanted to come on and share a little bit about what I do and who I am. So again, I'm Olivia Michelle, and what I've done is realize that my gift is speaking. That is my gift, is talking. God has given that to me. I have a voice, and to use it. And it seems to get on a lot of people's nerves because it seems that I can't stop, even after 3 hours. What do you want? Sounds like I need to be a narrator, right? I agree. So, you meet people who are different jobs, right? This will be about God favoring me. I can only speak about myself. I can only call myself chubby. I can only say what my goals are, right? You know? And so let's get right into this. God favors me or favored me, everyone put it. I am 43 years old. I'm 5'2". I weigh too much. Working on it. But I get a lot of compliments. It's nice. People can recognize you. But that comes with the price. When you have a gift, there tend to be people that single you out. They notice you and they don't like you. They want to snuff you out. So, find yourself being targeted a lot. I was built for this. A lot of us was. And I can only speak for myself. Over the years, I've noticed that a lot of places that I go, even the grocery store, there can be 30 people in front of me. All of the greeters will greet them, everyone. Hello, welcome to Grays Lake. Hello, welcome to Snakeville. Whatever. As soon as it gets to me, they're busy. Maybe it's me drawing up a certain vibe because I always feel rejected. Just something maybe I'm carrying around. Who knows? But it's very, very rare. So I'm getting over that. Dealing with it, my own complex. Go on jobs. Always, I can't speak for anyone else. I am always singled out. Oh, well, you're letting yourself be known. Isn't that what you're doing, job? Hi, my name's Lavera. Hi, my name's Lavera. Oh my God. And I have this way of, I call it, what is it, stepping down in the conversation? Is it talking down? But what I do, just like now, I'm trying to explain what I do, and I think I'm funny. So it may come off to some people as sarcasm or something negative because that's their train of thought. Me, I think I'm absolutely just funny. Now, there are times when I feel violated, offended, attacked, various other things. I will go a different way to let you know the truth of feelings, especially if you don't seem to care. That is a different conversation. And people find that offensive. I've noticed people that abuse when you stand up for yourself. This is an absolute no. Depending on what they are. If they're narcissistic, if they're just bullies, it depends on what's going on. They're going to let you know, we don't care. You're going to deal with it, or you're going to get out of here. I've seen it several times. A lot of companies, they have their people that appear to be quiet like myself coming in. I would say, I'm not going to say I was abused, I like to say that. But because of the way I was trained to think, which was kind of numb, just be numb. Just be chill. Just be, that's a good way to be. But at times, you have to amp up and say, now, wait a minute. We're not going to do that. Right? You can do a whole bunch of stuff, but that right there is not going to happen. And when you kind of stand up for yourself, that's when they want you to exit. They have no use for you because they can't use you. They can't hurt you. They cannot bully you. Now, everybody knows at 43 that you are trained to do what you're supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with me. I grasp training under all conditions. So pretty sharp. And I go with flow. And I get the job done. My voice is my gift. So whenever you put me in that atmosphere or in that fishbowl, I'm swimming. That's my element. Speaking. I call myself a wordsmith. pretty good with these things. It's not hard. You gotta match the face up to the words, but it's good. Not a problem. I've noticed on jobs and in different scenarios, even churches or social settings, people tend to be a little bit offensive. When I say offensive, what I mean is they tend to, as I stated, single me out. I've been on several jobs. I'm built for this. This is not the first time this has happened for me. I won't even talk about this last. But there are situations when you're on a job. People are trying to get you to do things a certain way. That's fine. It's not that you don't want to do it and that you're not going to do it or that you're not doing it. It's just that they can't particularly put their finger on what you're doing. I've been around. I've had several jobs that do tend to take some experience and put it into other jobs. And that seems extra, it seems creative, and it upsets people. But I perform very well because I've learned a lot. I've been around. I've been on so many jobs in so many cities, doing so many different things, different skill sets. When you put them together, it could be borderline creative, could be borderline that's not what we asked you to do, or it can be absolutely fantabulous. And that upsets the people. I made so much money using my gift. It made some people mad. Now, if you're performing well and people are calling in saying you're great and you're good, why would that upset a professional company? Seems like it would be an asset, right? You always have that one pocket or socket in a company that's negative. They just don't like you. It doesn't matter what you do. You could be Mother Teresa's niece. You could bring her in right before her death. You can show the video. You can show that you're also saint. And that will create some kind of wave for someone. It just doesn't ruffle their feathers in the right direction. It doesn't matter what you do. What do? You keep pressing until they press the bottom out of the floor. There's nothing you can do. Well, you can pray. You can work harder. That's just fun for the people that push the button. Because the more they see you sweat and you work hard, get a little excited. Tickles them a little bit. Get a little amused. Might keep you on a little longer. But inevitably, their goal, for whatever reason, because you don't fit into their little mold thing, it's just get rid of it. This is just my rhetoric, my opinion, in this job, speaking, and people loved her. There was one lady that called in, she just was upset with the service, and I understand, and, I did everything to help her. She did not merit any discounts. She didn't want anything except to be heard and to know that she was heard. So, yes, ma'am, I completely understand. And lo and behold, and this is not the first time, I'm going to stop saying I have this anxiety. I'm allergic to bull, sugar, honey, ice. See, simple. Just allergic. Breakout, can't function, moments, all of that. But, so does this lady gets me on the phone. Hey guys, we got a meeting. This lady walks us down the phone. Now I guess she's feeling my anxious. It's like, okay, now come out, yeah, okay, sure. And I just don't, and I know you have to go. I heard there's a meeting. But I just want you to know how I feel. Okay, ma'am. This meeting is going on. I'm wondering, what is this meeting about? I'm about to crack. This lady is not getting off this phone. And my levels have just jumped all over the fence, over the moon. I am in that meeting. I wanted to be. Someone know what was going on? She was not letting up. She wanted to stay on the phone. Fine. So I sit and I listen and I'm like, sure, ma'am. I completely understand. You've told me several times exactly what the problem is. And, I don't know what else to tell you except, I really apologize as a customer myself. I would want someone to take time with me and, hear my complaint and, go through the process of filing, maybe some type of paperwork so that someone can read this. And I think that is really unfair and unjust. And I'm glad I'm able to hear you out. I'm sure that's not how the conversation went, but that's what I'm thinking the way it should have gone. And she just, but because, and she just wanted to stay on the phone. She just wanted to stay on the phone. Sometimes you want to vent. Let them vent. And I was completely understanding. I kept my composure because I wanted to do something else. And I think I started crying at the end. I was a little overwhelmed because I think my allergies to bull jumped up. I had broken out. So as I get older, I still see the techniques of monsters or allergies. And you just roll with it. So for whatever reason, again, I'm performing well. For whatever reason, they actually chose just me to go to a new facility as if for promotion. And I cried because I understood that they were actually trying to put the nail in the coffin. But I wanted to perform, I wanted to do well, and I wanted to just be a good steward, just be a good worker. Continue to do a good job retaining customers like professionals should do. They didn't like that. I made a lot of money. They didn't even let me go into the second year. They were so anxious to just discard me because they always set up the competitions to be rigged. And they even shut down our stats because I had been rolling. I was rolling. So they transferred me over to the new facility and they took liberties to just have conversations that I wasn't invited to, meetings. They would have IM meetings and then they'll chime in. And you too, you're not exempt, Lavera. What the hell? What? Excuse me for cursing. But I'm still like, what? You just put me in the meeting. I don't even know what the hell just happened. I'm not exempt from what? No one explained nothing to me from the get-go about this job because they had already know. Just from training, there was this lady that you could clearly see she didn't like herself. She was not attractive. She was overweight. She said she got married. No one could verify that. You can tell people you're a space cadet in training, and they'll believe that throughout the entire duration of their stay. Weirdoism. I don't nobody care being married. I mean, you want us to know a little bit about you. You could have kept that. How about you like peanuts? I would have been more. Anyway, she just didn't like herself, and I had just met the little boy. It was 2012, and he was giving me tea. I had never drunk so much tea in my life. So I was drinking tea, and I was going to the restroom a lot. I don't know whatever else he was adding in there. Rat poison, I have no idea. But I stayed in the restroom, and she was upset because this is training. And often people think, I've been through these kinds of trainings. I've been in call centers before. It's not brain surgery. Really. And yes, companies are unique, but it's all the same. Take the call, be nice, and have your resources ready to help the customer. Let me look at my eyebrows again. One bigger than the other. Let's fix it. Excuse me. I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's that. So I decided to. I had to use the restroom. I would go in often. I mean, her nerves because it's like she wanted to wait for me. I didn't ask to go. I just go. And everybody else just get up and go. But I was going frequently. But I still performed very well. I get it. And it wasn't easy remembering everything when I first got there about the devices. And I get it though. Like the different types of services, like the starter and whatever. It's changed since then. But I got it. It's okay. I got the prices. That should be in the system anyway. All this memory mess. Anyway, so she had already put it out that I probably wasn't going to perform well because I wasn't in the restroom. I mean, in the classroom enough for her. So by the time I hit the floor, everybody's looking like, I know she's not gonna last. Yeah, we've already set her up. We're gonna get her out of here because she's just interrupting the whatever, and that's the strange part. People say things about you. You don't know if it's true. You don't know what they said. But people, as I said earlier in my other video, you can know somebody 30, 40 years. Give me a moment. Just a slight pause. Hello. Are you using the restroom?
No.
There's not supposed to be visitors after 11:30, but
Pardon me?
are you a visitor?
Yeah.
I have to get the police in here. They don't hear me. I'm talking to myself. Oh, after 9. Hello. So, thank you for your patience. I did say we're not supposed to have company after a certain time. He walked by like I wasn't saying anything. So, probably my last time in. So, it was obvious that something was said for me to get on someone's radar. Or it could just be my greatness in my voice. A lot of people don't like my voice. Whatever. I really don't care. This is it. So I proceeded to do my job, do it well. Got a lot of good reviews, and all of a sudden they started moving me around to this new facility. They wanted me to go on this lady's team, and I was like, oh. So they let me go to another team, and they just like, because I figured this guy, he'd be more compassionate than what he was. It looks like it. And I thought he would kind of, not necessarily stand up for me, but just walk over the bullshit. He didn't seem like a nonsense type of person. Like me, no nonsense. So as time went on, this little weasel easeled her way into this guy's. She was the manager, and she literally instructed him. And she did another guy. He just didn't have the heart to really like put the knife or the nail in the coffin. But this other guy, he had like 1 million kids, and it was like, whatever you say, chief. He did get up out of there, from what I understand. But he walked me to the door for that. This is not new for me. Okay. I don't have to be doing anything for these people to creatively. Give me a hard time. After that, my pastor told me that years ago. People are just evil by nature. You don't have to be doing anything to them. They're just evil. There's just nature of humanity of some people. You don't have to be doing anything. They will find a reason not to like you. Now, most recently, took another job. I keep trying. I mean, God takes care of me. I don't really have to do anything. But took another job, and they came up with these really creative, necessary, mandatory policies. And I heard this man distinctly say, the only way you can do this or do that is to do that, and to do this, and to do this, and to do that. And somehow they decided they're going to have their own little laws. People that don't even go out in the field that we ran. So there's conflict. Someone called me and said that I was breaking this new policy. And I'm like, I'm 43. Are you serious? And so it was like zero tolerance for this particular thing. And I'm thinking, so I'm standing here hearing the was manager say, oh, you can do that as long as this, that, and that, and this is in place. You're fine. So I literally, whether it was a phone call or whatever, I was on the phone. Everything was as the policy said. Okay? I believe some two-legged rat went behind my back because they were sniffing for cheese. Happens. And they saw any little thing, and I think they reported it. Because it wasn't even one of those situations where there was any monitoring. Someone had to point them in this direction. Whatever. So I do record these videos. I've always done that. I'm not going to stop. And I do follow policies. And there's nothing wrong with it. Now, if it was wrong, it's because there was no real meeting to tell us exactly what was what. It was just a piece of paper. So here we are using my phone. And they're like, but when I spoke to who I spoke to that said, you're no longer needed for this assignment, it's ended assignment. Nice meeting you. Blah, blah. Oh, thank you. Hope you get fired tomorrow. Or another assignment end, whatever. There was no mention of any phones. It was more or less a bunch of bull that people rolled up. That didn't make sense. It was like a bunch of weed. Somebody put together weeds from a garden just off the side of the road, rolled it up in a piece of paper and said, here's marijuana. No, those are weeds. That's not, no. Oh, no. You let it smoke it. Bye. First of all, nice meeting you. Are you just gonna give me a joint full of grass from the sidewalk and tell me that's weed and expect me to be cool with you? I don't know. That's okay. We good. I got you. More power. Okay? My goal is heaven. So all this down here is temporary. Do what you do. Swim with your flow. I'm gonna do mine. Amen. So with all of that said, I'm quite okay. I'm fine. This is not the first time, people. It's not the first time. This is the theme of my life, and I hate to say that. People always go the opposite way with me. Always. Oh, you don't fit in. I don't think we can use you. We're not sure how you're accommodating to what we're trying to achieve. This is temporary. I don't ever have to be excited, accepted, or acknowledged down here. My main goal is to make sure that I get to heaven. So down here, cool. Up there, top notch. That's where I'm headed. That's where I want to go. So I repent for the words that I use. These eyebrows are just vicious, kind of. I don't know. I apologize for the words that I've used. That's one thing you can't do is repent. I forgive. People do their best. That's all we can do. I'm human. So I'm not taking anything. Then some nosy individual calls me, knowing I like to talk. Detail. That's what I do. Oh, you haven't taken a break since you got on. And, you just, like, but I gotta go, I gotta click. Don't call my phone anymore. How about that? I have no need for you. So my best friend. You got some best friends? What happened to you? I don't know, what did you hear? And that's what he said. He said you're on your phone, Facebook Live. And I'm not gonna stop. I'm 43. I know how to conduct myself. And if someone thinks I don't, that's fine. But I'm gonna do what I do. That's my element. That's not what I was told. I was told, why does this look more? I was told that as long as, I was told policies. They didn't tell me directly. Again, there was no real meeting. And when you ask questions, you get a lot of different answers. And that was the whole problem. There was no big, people told who they wanted to tell what was what, and they didn't tell people who they liked what was what. But people like me, everybody was an opinion or something. Oh, she didn't dot her eye. Oh, look at her signature. She need to redo her signature. That doesn't look like the signature. Oh, she was saying this, she was saying that. That didn't sound right. Sound like she was being sarcastic. We're going to have to just get her out of here because she's just doing too many things that we can't really write down because it's petty. But we're going to have to get some real meat on her. Let's start watching her cameras. That's fine. I had nothing to hide. I do this. This is what I do. I speak. And if that offends someone, go ahead and find something to make you feel better. So I feel great. And I'm going to always feel great. And on my saddest days, I'm still going to feel good. I am. So if that's what you needed to do to feel better about yourself, great. And if you felt that was a policy and I violated it, great, do what you do. But I rise. I always do. It's okay. Don't come. I didn't get my W-2 forms for about 10 years. They keep losing my checks. How else wrong with this one? I don't know. They're worried. They're overwhelmed. And I love this. Whenever you tell someone or if someone thinks that you have a problem with someone, which you do encompass, it's nothing personal. This is a professional, supposed to be a professional setting. So if I say, oh my God, they keep losing my checks, and if this person's always jumping and everything, like say if you go to the cafeteria, if there's one and they're serving food, and every time you have any issue and you come in there with anything, there's one person that always wants to be in the front of everything and wants to knock everybody else out the box when you're talking. Then you assume that person is responsible for everything. But every time something hits the fan, oh, John, you didn't do that, or you didn't do this, you didn't. But every time you walk in, this person's like, how can I help you? And it's not in a nice way. It's more or less like, I think I'm the chick or the dude, and you need to talk to me. Don't talk to nobody else but me. I'm the head honcho here. And it's like, I don't really want to talk to you. It's nothing personal. I just don't think you're professional. Okay, so again, when something hits the fan, something's lost. Do you know what happened? Did you put that in there? Did we print it? Oh, can we read? You're so fancy, but you're making all these mistakes. Or you're just trifling. Which one? Amazing. So, I can't tell you how many things have gone wrong, but I know how many things are going right. This is not my first time, as this man was saying at church. This is not my first. I know what the handle is. I've been around this cup before. Okay? It's not my first time around this cup. Somebody out there. I know what a handle is. That's just what he was saying. I know what a handle is. I've been around this cup before. And that's about it. I've been here before. I've done this. This is not new sugar honey iced tea. This is very common, and this is why it doesn't surprise me when people may be laying off, but they want to make it as if you're getting fired. And they let you know they're going to do that. I said I'm going on a people detox. That means I'm just going to stop dealing with people because they're ignorant. They're looking for a problem. They were saying and doing things they shouldn't have been saying and doing to me. And I guess I was just supposed to walk around numb. No, you're going to stop. You're going to stop. We are adults. We're not going to keep playing these little games. They were like, who is you talking to? You might not have been talking to me, but I knew you were aiming at me, and I want you to stop. And they got this thing where if nobody was talking to you, you shouldn't say nothing. Keep on. So I'm grateful for deliverance. I'm grateful for people that lie. They kind of push you in the place of destiny in an indirect way. It's great. So life is good. I'm free. I get to rest. Let me see if my eyes looking better. Probably not. It's like it's still, I don't know what the frick that is. I might have had this for years. I looked at some pictures, even on Facebook, and they're not. I lost weight on my face. That's probably why there's a lot of skin, but it's firming up. A little bit. It was bigger, thicker than this, a lot more skin. The skin lost weight. I was plump. So it's firming up. I can't tell you why. I know why, but I'm not gonna say anything. Um, but uh, there's yeah, I was looking at pictures from 1 or 2 years ago, and I might have had these. I don't know what they are. I try and uh, clean it if it's, you know, skin, but it seems to. Instead, I guess I need more water. I don't know, more water or more cleansing. Or how about just a good checkup? But whatever the case, it's over 30 minutes, and I just wanted to say I didn't think I was in air. I'm not sure anybody that's in real power knows what happened, um, although I did mention it to a few. Um, but I want you guys to know that integrity does rule. It doesn't matter who doesn't like it. Doesn't matter who doesn't believe it. Doesn't matter who tries to lie on it. Go get your blessing, as Mary, her sister, well, the group would say. Go get your blessing. It's like you're looking through a telescope. Uh, can you see where you're gonna be? Growing, getting stronger. You're not the person they see. Don't be mad at the things you've been through. It builds your muscles. Um, Stronger than you've ever been. It builds your hustle. Your faith ain't never small. This is what brought you this far. You got your hopes, you got your dreams, you got your God who's going to take you there. Everybody has a season, and I believe this was yours. You've been hoping, praying. This is what you've been waiting for. Go get it. And I'm getting my blessing. I'm going to get my blessing. So this is my time. I have extra time to really focus on a blessing by faith. And see where it goes. I don't know what's going on in some areas. I can be as adamantly upset as I want to be. But 30 minutes have passed. It's like 32 minutes now, people. I think I need to shut up. I guess I can hold some of you guys' attention. I watch videos all the time that are 2.5 hours. It doesn't bother me. It keeps my attention. I have nothing else to do in some cases, especially when I'm off work. I just sit and listen to sermons or songs, or I don't mean for hours. I'm committed to the foolishness, but it brings me strength. This is what keeps me from doing damnable things beyond foolishness that I already do. Like just my words. I can be creative. I'm looking at myself. I'm sorry. I need to look up there. So just be mindful. People are evil by nature. There's some good people out here. And I've changed the title of my page to Integrity Rules because, again, no matter what's going on, how people are putting it together, integrity does rule. It's good to have a level of integrity, if not at all, if not all of it. Doing things the right way, whether somebody's looking or not, is a great thing. I mean, it just takes so much pressure off of you. Is it easy? Not all the time, but it makes life easy. It's not easy, but if it makes sense. Okay, so doing the right thing gives you peace of mind because you don't have to go back and wonder what's what and what what. And sometimes we're actually thinking incorrectly by default, by ignorance, not in a negative way, but just by not having enough knowledge or information because it wasn't disclosed to you. You can't do what you don't know. You can try. But, excuse me, but when you make good choices, whether someone's looking or not, that just lets you sleep good at night. You don't have to worry about much. And it's unfortunate that even when you do things well, sometimes people threaten you and want to do crazy things. You still can rest well because you know you didn't do anything wrong. So that's what I meant. It might bring you a bunch of foolishness from other people, but you pretty much sleep well because as long as you trust God, He's going to fight a battle. He's going to fight a battle, and I promise you He won't lose. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. Keep doing the right thing. So I put integrity rules because that's how I feel. But as long as you're doing the right thing, things are going to work out. Well, I got some things I need to do. God bless you guys. It's only 12:30. So I've been off from the gym since 12:09 or so. God bless. I hope all works out for you. I'm great. As I said, I post because these are chronicles. I'm not here for foolishness. I literally be having things going on in my real life. I even document the trucks, the Lexus trucks and cars now that always are just so threatening on the road. I don't care where I'm at. They jet out of. I'm like, do I have a tracker on this car? I'm gonna check it. Everywhere I go, it's like the same cars or different cars, and they just have to like get in front of me. I want to think positively, like maybe they do need to get in, and I don't hug cars, so maybe this is the only opportunity for them to get over in front of me. I leave space, but I don't expect you to ride up so fast that you almost flip my car. Threats. I put on my hazards and I get out of the way. I back up, I drop back, I get off. I'm not sure if they're purposely threatening me, but there's a lot of Lexus cars that just zoom up out of nowhere and get in front of me. They can be way on the left, they can be way on the right. They're gonna find a way to get right in front of me. Dangerous. That's not a game on this road. This is real. And I figured some evil person solicited a Lexus club full of nuts. I do. And this is their everyday MO. And it's just to irritate the freak out of me because they want me to appear paranoid. And again, I will show you the videos of how I am just driving, looking at all of my mirrors, and out of nowhere, although I may see it coming, here's that car. I'm just out of nowhere, way over there. And they gotta come way over here and just get right here. All these streets that are clear, no traffic. You have to come right on this expressway where there's about 5 cars spread it out and get right here. Middle lane, no particular purpose. And you're going absolutely 80 miles per hour and you're going to jet past me. I trust God. Again, the mentality of people today. Just wasteful, trying to live my dream. God has given us all a dream if we believe in Him. Why are you trying to live my life? I told someone that I wanted to, yeah. And I mean, every time I look around, they got that thing everywhere, and it's like, I worry about the mindsets of people, how they think, and they're trying to make it like I'm crazy. I've seen that movie too, where people do things, they hear what you desire and what you enjoy and what you like, and once they find that out, they ruin it. And they do so much where you're starting to document and talk about it as if you're crazy because you see it, like you're losing your mind, or you should panic. Like if you're driving, and just say you're doing 60, 70, 80, you shouldn't be driving that fast, but just say you're doing 60, 70, 80 miles per hour going down the expressway. And all of a sudden, this car, here you are, and you're going. You know where you're going, you're looking at your mirrors, you're ready to get to wherever you need to go. And you're almost on time. You're doing it. Not harming anybody, there's not a lot of traffic. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this car comes onto the entrance of the expressway. And they are literally driving so fast, and they come this close, and then they go off. I guess you're supposed to go over there and flip and do some. Listen, as long as you don't touch me, we're good. I'm not. But I guess the purpose is to make it appear that I have a complex and that I'm crazy. I really don't care what nobody thinks about me. I know I'm pretty sharp. I've always been sharp, and I see details. And that's what makes me sharp. Even in my listening, I can hear when a person is crying. I can hear when they're mad. I can hear when they're in pain. Even when they're saying they don't like me. I can hear the cries. And what I got from most of my jobs is that, well, one was greed. They were just greedy. They didn't like themselves, but they were more or less from a country that there was like warlords or drug lords and gang lords and bullies and a lot of violence. And it's like take by force, and it's still like that. It's just a certain group. And then another group is we don't know who we are. We don't like ourselves, but we've settled into this little comfortable niche of being bullies. We get away with it, and we're going to do it to the max. So if we see you and you come in, you're confident, you like yourself, and you talking all that stuff because you see us making mistakes, and you acting like we got it, you gonna go. Because who are you to come tell us what our faults are? So we're gonna make up something, but you're gonna get out of here. That's fine too. Because if you knew who you were, you would do a little better. In fact, you'll find some skills to do better, and that's where I'm at. I like me more than I did before, and so I'm obtaining new skills. I mean, it takes skills to like you. It's something you have to practice. Even again, a lot of times we fail in certain areas, but although it may look like we're winning, it's because we don't practice the skills that we have. Even talking to our mates, talking to our children, you have to practice your skills until you get in the habit of doing it by default. I don't mean the bad habits, the good ones. Complimenting people, respecting people, having boundaries, setting a pace of excellence, a pace of everyone's treated well. Not just who we like and who we don't like. We're going to treat everybody well as long as they're here in this particular setting. So, whatever the case, let's practice goodness, let's practice integrity, let's practice peace, love, and joy. Let's practice righteousness. Let's get saved, let's get it right. That goes for me, number one, talking to myself first. And let's get on up the street. Life too short for foolishness. So I'm grateful for what takes place in my life. Wish you all the best. I hope it all works out for you. I hope this is recording. It doesn't seem that it is picking my voice up, but that's okay. God bless.